Dear students, welcome to our live webinar today. Of course, a lot of students are still joining our webinar on the crucial topic, opportunities in pharmaceutical industry in today's changing world. Just give us a few minutes and we'll get started shortly. In the meantime, if you are already buzzing with questions, please go ahead and share your questions in the Q&A section. That's right. You can type in your questions in the Q&A section, and our esteemed panelist members are here today to answer all your queries related to the topic today. I request you to please avoid using the chat facility and keep your questions to the Q&A section. Thank you. My dear students, welcome, a very warm welcome to all of you, and thank you for joining us for today's webinar on the topic opportunities in pharmaceutical industry in today's changing world. I do want to let you know that currently at MIT World Peace University, we are currently accepting applications for our revered B Pharmacy program. That's the Bachelor's in Pharmacy degree. And of course, I'm sure all of you are overwhelmed by the current uncertain times that we are living in. With the COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown of our nation, I'm sure there are more difficulties and hurdles that each one of us is facing, and the same goes for the admissions process. I do want to assure all you students out there that the MIT World Peace University staff is working relentlessly to make sure that the admissions process is as streamlined, especially in such a difficult time, for every single one of you. We are, of course, working to make sure that the entire admissions process can go online if the need arises. And we will be updating our policies and posting it on our website, so please do keep your eye out on the same. Dear students, I also welcome you to do share in your admissions applications at admissions.mit-wpu.edu.in for our Bachelor's in Pharmacy degree. So today's topic is on the opportunities in the pharmaceutical industry in today's changing world, and we have our esteemed faculty members from the School of Pharmacy joining us today to answer all your questions. So with no further delay, we are going to move on to our next segment, wherein we will have Professor Manish Wani giving his presentation on today's topic. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, one and all. Dear friends, I, Professor Manish Wani, faculty, MIT-WPU School of Pharmacy, welcome you all for this webinar on opportunities in pharmaceutical industry in today's changing world. Friends, Indian pharmaceutical industry has been growing at a compound annual rate of 15% over last 5 years. India is largest supplier of generic medicine in terms of value as well as volume. Also, this is the only sector which is showing growth during this testing period of COVID-19 is pharma sector. You will agree, friends, during this period of COVID, pharmacists are standing hand in hand with the doctors, nurses, and other staff to give India a better future. Pharmacy graduates have wide scope in pharmacy and allied fields like cosmetics, food, ranging from industry, sales and marketing, research, government jobs, entrepreneurship. If you consider pharma and cosmetic industry, pharmacy graduates can work in various departments like production, quality control, quality assurance, packaging, logistics, exports, and regulatory affairs. In marketing and sales, pharma graduate can be a part of product management team, branding and promotion, marketing. They can be a part of sales team at higher designation like national sales manager, regional manager, zonal manager. They can be a part of marketing research team, and they can do training to the sales staff. Pharma graduates can secure various government jobs as drug inspector, food inspector. They can work in defense sector as pharmacists, and they can work as pharmacists in government hospitals too. There is a wide scope for pharma graduates and postgraduates in research. The various areas that he can work in are formulation and development, drug synthesis, drug analytical studies, herbal formulation and development, and crude drug synthesis. Pharma graduate can become a very successful entrepreneur and do pharma business. He can become a carry and forwarding agent, CNF agent, that is, a stockist, a chemist. He can have his own manufacturing startup. He can have his own sales startup. He can do manufacturing and sales of surgical item. He can start his own repackaging unit. He can enter into import and exports. He can do loan licensing. He can do manufacturing and sales of herbal products. He can do manufacturing and sales of cosmetics and cosmeceuticals. He can also fill and satisfy the government and private tenders. After BPharm graduation, pharma graduates can pursue his higher education. He is eligible to get admitted for MPharm course, MS. He can do his MBA. He can become a research associate and complete his MPharm and PhD. He can join as faculty in degree and diploma colleges. There are new avenues like clinical data management, pharmacovigilance, medical writing. He can join as a counselor or he can set up his own consultancy. Pharma graduate can be placed in many of such avenues. Friends, let me cite you here some of the reasons as to why you should pursue pharmacy from MIT-WPU School of Pharmacy. School of Pharmacy's BPharm program is NBA accredited for 6 months. School of Pharmacy ranks in top 60 institutes in NRIF ranking. The course BPharm of School of Pharmacy is approved by AICTE and PCI. We have received more than 3 crore grants from various funding agencies. There are 300 and more publication, research publication, which are done by our students and faculty. More than 20 books and chapters are written by our students and faculty. Our students and faculty have applied for more than 10 patents. There are some more unique reasons as to why one should join MIT-WPU School of Pharmacy. For making our students socially active, we have rural immersion program, wherein our students stay in villages for a few days and carry out social activities related to health. We have optional international immersion program, wherein our students visit Asian universities and industries. We have included national study tour as part of our curriculum. Peace component is an integral part of our curriculum. School of Pharmacy has well-equipped laboratories with state-of-art lab facilities and good infrastructure. Our animal house is CPCSEA approved and machine room is equivalent to a mini industry. We have a very active placement cell. The curriculum delivered by higher qualified and experienced faculty who are approachable 24 by 7. Faculty members in School of Pharmacy MIT-WPU keep themselves updated with current industry trends and technologies. School of Pharmacy has signed national as well as international MOUs. The cell biology, that is the cancer research laboratory, is one of its kind in India. School of Pharmacy has renowned researchers and academicians as professors or practice advisors. What's more, student? We carry out many skill-based certification programs in order to bridge a gap between industry and institute and to make our students employment ready. Some of the few certification programs that we carry out are hands-on analytical training, intellectual property right, pharmacovigilance, clinical data management, regulatory affairs, entrepreneurship, leadership development, peace and yoga. 50 plus international and national companies participate in our placement every year. To name a few, they are Sun Pharma, Cognizant, Dr. Reddy's, Tata Consultancy Services, Zydus Cadila, Lupin, Centel, Microlabs, MCure, Skyformix, Nestle, FDC, Sanofi, Springers, Indoco. These companies do come every year to our campus to place the students. In the research area, we have an good research facility. These are the following areas where the research is being carried out. As I informed you earlier, SOP has signed international MOUs and some of our PhD students have already worked on the projects with them. School of Pharmacy has strong alumni association. Our alumni are placed nationally as well as internationally. To name a few, Dr. Naveen Goyal is the Director, Clinical Pharmacology, Modeling and Simulation in GlaxoSmithKline Beecham in Greater Philadelphia, USA. Dr. Namita Dodwadkar, who is our student, is a TV model as well as a senior scientist at Green Light Biosciences at Boston, USA. Our alumni are successful entrepreneurs. Mr. Ankur Joshi is a director of Ison Pharmaceuticals Pune. Mr. Binoy Shah is managing director Padmavati Expo Chem Private Limited, Gujarat. We offer following programs, that is B Pharmacy, M Pharmacy, PhD, and postgraduate diploma in regulatory affairs. We do offer scholarship for meritorious students. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vani. Suchi, who was looking after the webinar earlier, just had to drop off because of technical difficulties at the moment. She'll be back soon. So, Dr. Vani, thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. I hope this has helped all our attendees, candidates today to understand our BPharm course much better. I should actually say the full form, Bachelor of Pharmacy. And here now we will start the live Q&A section. In this, Dr. Vani, thank you so much. You can see on screen at the moment, Dr. Vani is showing us our frequently asked questions. For pharmacy, they'll be on the screen at any time. Please do keep going through them. At the same time, we'll now be going on to the questions that we can get. Just a quick reminder to everybody who's here today, you can put your questions in the Q&A section, and that's there in the settings of the Zoom, and ask any questions whatsoever on eligibility, on our alumni, anything. Of course, the frequently asked questions is also on your screen, and Dr. Vani would be going through this. So thank you so much. For our live Q&A section now, we have Dr. Akshay Bheti as well, who's going to be with Dr. Vani and helping us out with the answers. Dr. Baheti is the head of the school at pharmacy school that we have. Okay, let's look at the questions for a bit. So we see a question here that Athar's asked us. Athar's been asking pharmacists have a very slow growth career. Is that true, Dr. Vani?
I think so. Dr. Akshay has already answered the question, and he would be in a better position to answer that. Dr. Akshay, are you online? I think so. We have lost the connection. Yeah. Fine. So let me take this. Can I get the question once again?
Yes. So Athar is asking that there is a perception that pharmacists have a very slow growth in their career. Is that true?
No, it is absolutely not true. Okay. In fact, pharmacies have the fastest career growth. Let me take some of the examples. I do agree with one fact, that pharmacists sometimes do get a less amount of salary as compared to some other faculties who may get an higher salary in the beginning. Okay. But if we see the growth prospect, okay, the growth prospect of pharmacists is very high. Let me take an example of production. Okay, I'll take the example of production as well as marketing. First, let me take the example of production. If a person joins as a production supervisor, within 6 months, okay, he gets his first promotion. He's made permanent. Within 1 year, he gets his first promotion, and within 2 years, he is an approved FDA qualified pharmacist. As soon as he becomes an approved FDA qualified pharmacist, where he can officially sign the documents, he can officially sign the manufactured batch. Okay, once he becomes that, either in quality control or in manufacturing or anywhere in the industry, okay, his salary is raised by 3 to 4 times. Okay, which does not happen in any industry, right? Let me take the example of now marketing. If he joins at a lower level of a medical representative, mind me, within 2 to 3 years, he raises himself to a level of zonal manager, regional manager, or if he has talent, he can enter into the product management team, which is a marketing team which sits in the office and does all the marketing work. So yes, there is a wrong perception which people are having that there is a slow growth rate, nothing like it. But yes, in the starting, he may have a little bit less salary, but as the year passes, is definitely going to supersede, any other faculty and the money that the others are getting. Thank you very much. I hope so that answers the question.
Yes, definitely, Dr. Vani. That was very nice for you to expand on that. On to the next question now. After doing B pharmacy, can I do business?
Yeah, like I showed in my slide, yeah, there are lots and lots of business opportunities that are available. I will just go to that slide, that FAQ, if I'm possible to go. Okay, fine. So he, after finishing his B pharmacy, he can become a C&F agent, a carry and forwarding agent. He can become a stockist. He can become a chemist. He can have his own import and export business. He can become a repackage. He can has his own repackaging unit. Now each of them, I can explain in detail, but we don't have much of a time. Chemist, everybody is aware of. Stockist, everybody is aware of. C&F agent, everybody is aware of. What is import and export, everybody is aware of. Let me touch upon repackaging something, a area which is not known by many. Now repackaging is nothing but whereby you take the goods from outside and you repack it. Just for an example of castor oil, so you buy castor oil from in bulk from outside, you pack it into small bottles, okay, and you sell it in the market. It's a very easy business, easy kind of a business that can be done by them. Okay, then he can open his own CRO is nothing but clinical research unit organization. He can have that as his own. Okay, then so what I mean to say is there are a lot more scope in entrepreneurship in pharmacy than any other faculty. So we have a lot of scope of that.
Okay, Dr. Vani, thank you so much. That was very detailed indeed. What is the and next question is what is the annual fees for the B pharmacy course?
Yeah, the annual fees for B pharmacy course is 1,95,000. But along with that, we have many scholarship schemes that are applicable in MIT-WPU for all the faculties. It is there for your MIT-WPU School of Pharmacy also. Like for example, and these are all merit-based scholarship. What I mean to say by merit-based scholarship is if you want to take admission in first year BPharm, then depending upon your merit score of your MSCET or NEET, there are scholarships that are available. Just for an example, if somebody has a score of 92 percentile, then he from 92 percentile up to 99 and 100 percentile, the scholarships are available. If a person wants scholarship in second year, then depending upon his first year BPharm score, he has scholarship. If you also take admission in third year, then depending upon his SY BPharm score, he will be given scholarship. And for final year, depending upon his third year BPharm score, he will be given the scholarship. So the fees, once again, the fees is 1,95,000. Along with that, many scholarships are available for meritorious students. Thank you.
That's
Okay.
correct. Thank you, Suchi. Over to you now.
Thank you so much, dear panelists. I think that was very relevant information that we all needed to know. And we do have questions coming in, dear students. Please keep your questions coming. We are jumping on to the live Q&A section here. And we have esteemed panelist members who are here who will be answering all your questions. So go right ahead and ask away your questions. We have one student, Lisa, asking us if the MIT World Peace University has a branch in Mumbai.
No, at present we don't have any branches. MIT-WPU School of Pharmacy is only available in Kothur branch, and the intake capacity that we have at present is of 100. We do take national as well as international students. Our students come from various areas from India, various states of India, and globally also they come from various countries. We have students coming from Afghanistan, Iraq. We have students coming from UK, US. Okay, we have students coming from what you call that US and many other countries. But at present, we don't have any branches of School of Pharmacy other than the Kothur campus.
I would just like to add on there. Mumbai is not so far from Pune. I think Lisa, it was you who asked the question. I mean, if you have your own vehicle, it's about a 4-hour drive. And we are in the middle of the city. The university is in Kothur, middle of the city. And, you can actually go home just for the weekend, etc., when you want to. And our pharmacy, the positioning in Pune is actually very brilliant because of all the university contact, the contacts that we have with the industry all across Pune, and Pune being an industrial region, there are so many companies. I mean, Dr. Vani spoke about so many companies that organizations that we have tie-ups with. In Kothur, we also have a lot of facilities. There is a girls' hostel as well. We can talk about that if you want. Or there are PGs and flats near campus as well, hostels as well, private hostels as well. There's a lot of facilities and a lot of it's a happening place with a lot of outside the university as well, with a lot of young crowd really living near the university. Thank you.
Rightly said, ma'am. Rightly. Yeah.
Okay, great. All right. Our next question. After MPharm, what type of international jobs can we get or expect?
Uh, Actually, we are focusing on to BPharm, but yes, I would like to answer this question. Now, after we have many MOUs that have been signed, international MOUs that have been signed. One is signed for Dakota University, okay, and after MPharm, there are many avenues that open up in research in various countries. Now, USA is one of the what you call that leading country, okay, well, leading area which takes our MPharm students, and a lot of research facilities are available in that. Okay, so students can do their PhD over there, students can do postdoctorate over there. Along with that, doing their postdoctorate and doing their PhD, they can get into the research. They can get the fellowships, etc. over there, and they have a very good scope over there.
Okay.
Puchekar sir,
I would
would
like
you
to,
hello?
yeah, hello.
Yeah,
Yeah, along
Bhai
with the
sir.
research, yes, friends, along with the research, you can work as a pharmacist in the countries like Dubai, or you can also work in the USA. But yes, you have to, am I audible? You
Yeah,
have
yeah, you are
to
audible.
do the exam there. You have to do the exam there, and you can you can be a pharmacist there. And really, a good pay packages are getting in the countries like USA, UK, Canada. So that is one of the most respectable job there in the USA and Canada and other countries. So that is a good option. Otherwise, you can get jobs in the companies like Sun Pharma and other companies also there in USA. So directly you can get a job there also. Thank you.
I would just like to add
Yes,
one
sir.
more thing. One
Yes,
more thing.
sir. Recently, one of our student has been placed in Dubai in pharmacy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go
Okay,
ahead.
this is my submission only.
Yeah, as sir was rightly saying, one of our students have got admission in Dubai. Sorry, he got placed in Dubai, and he's getting a salary of near about, if I'm not wrong, 1,20,000 in the beginning to start with. That's the salary that he has got.
Okay, great. So, dear students, I think all of that information that you just heard confirms what a valuable degree the Bachelor of Pharmacy degree really is, and the kind of not only national but even global opportunities that are open to you after you pursue this program. So please go ahead and log into admissions.mitwpu.edu.in and go ahead and send in your applications to us so that we can take this conversation forward with you. Okay, our next student is from a student who is asking us, in pharmacy, is there a good demand for coding and programming also?
Bhaiti sir. Bhaiti sir, are you there?
Some, I'm not
Professor,
audible.
Professor,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
If we could have you take that question, please, and you can stay on the webcam with us for the rest of this webinar.
Yeah. See, lot many IT companies are coming up. So if you have a knowledge of programming, so you have to learn few programming. If you have knowledge of programming, then surely you have a good demand, because healthcare is one of the sector where the IT companies like TCS, Cognizant, they are working on. So you will be having an added advantage that you have knowledge of pharmacy and the knowledge of like some C, C++, Java, this programming, then it is one of the best option. And again, medical coding is there. There is a lot many demand for the pharmacy student. So obviously, pharmacy is having a good opportunity as a decoding and programming also. Thank you.
Okay, great. Students, I can see that some of you are raising your hands. I do want to remind you that please ask your questions in the Q&A section here so that we can actually answer your questions. There is a high possibility that we will be getting to your question today in this live webinar. So I encourage and urge all of you to ask all your questions in our Q&A section for today. Okay, now moving on to our next question. Is there an entrance exam for the B.Pharma program?
Okay, I'll take this question.
Yes, sir.
Now, in order to get the admission in School of Pharmacy, MIT-WPU, if you are a Maharashtra student, then the examination that you have to give is MST-CET. You can select any group. You can select a PCB group, or you can select a PCM group also, or you can have a PCMB group also, right? Am I clear? So PCB exam, PCB MST-CET score, PCM MST-CET score, or PCMB MST-CET score. Any score would give you an admission. Okay. Second thing, if you are an out of state student, that is you are from other state, then you have to get the admission through NEET, NEET. Okay.
So that's any other state except for Maharashtra. For
Right.
all students outside of
Now I give you one more thing. Supposing a student is in the state of Maharashtra, right? And he has just given NET, NEET. He has given that. Okay, NEET he has given. Then also he can get the admission through Indian quota outside of Maharashtra quota, right? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so anything would do. MHT-CET would do in PCB, MHT-CET in PCM, or even only if he has given NEET and he is a Maharashtra state student, then also he doesn't have to worry. But the only thing that he has to do is he has to come through the Indian quota and not from the Maharashtra quota. Okay, and outside Maharashtra student who has not given MHT-CET, they also don't have to worry. They can come through NEET. Again, taking it forward, MIT-WPU School of Pharmacy themselves don't have any examination. Okay, so I hope that is very clear now.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, sir. Ashwini is asking us, does MIT World Peace University have other courses too?
Bhaiti sir, would you like to answer?
Yes. See, we have the baskets of subjects. We have engineering. We have BPA. You just name the subject. That program is there. Then science, we have engineering, polytechnic, design. We have MBA. So BPA. So many. Then the subsections are there in the BPA. So along with pharmacy, so many other programs are there in MIT-WPU.
If
And
I can add
Nita
to,
can talk.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you. So we have a lot of programs in the undergraduate segment, right from BBA, and BBA has 5 specializations. From you can do anything from event management to global e-governance, e-business. You can do international business. Lots of different streams there. We've also got engineering, of course, and in engineering, we've got BTech has 8 different streams, and some of them have sub streams in them as well. So anything from robotics and automation, a lot of specialized streams which are now very, very prevalent in the industry really are there. And in fact, amongst the 8 schools, the petroleum school that we have is actually there only in very few universities across the country. And we get everybody from ONGC to SR, all kinds of companies coming there. We've got fine arts, we've got a photography course, we've got liberal arts courses. So, you know, honestly, the way some of our admission team members put it, they always say, ma'am, apart from becoming a doctor, I think we have every course on campus. So that's how I would put it. Of course, you can go onto our website, mitwpu.edu.in. go on to the admissions section. There is a link over there just for UG programs, so a separate page altogether, and you can go through more details there. And of course, towards the end, we will share the phone numbers and email once again. You can call in and contact us, otherwise also for other courses. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Neeta ma'am. All right, our next question, which is the highest government post that I can get after a degree in a master's in pharmacy?
Let me take this question, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
doctor.
Yeah. So the highest government post that one can get is, he can start with drug inspector and he can become drug controller of India. So that is the highest post. So drug controller of India would be the highest post that one can get. But he can start from, drug inspector, and then slowly and slowly he can rise in that level. But along with, let us focus on what he can start with. He can start with immediately after his BPharm degree, if he has 2 years of experience in C1 manufacturing. Okay, that we will explain once he join. What is C and what is C1 products, etc. That would be difficult for them to understand now. But if he has experience of 2 years, then he can give an examination, government examination, and then he can join and become a drug inspector. He can also become a food inspector, same examination, like you have drug inspector examination, which is an MPSC examination. In the similar manner, he can have a food inspector examination also. He can work as I told earlier, he can work in government hospital as pharmacist. Then he can work in private hospital as pharmacist, and he has a lot more of opportunity. Just to tell you, ma'am, just to tell the student over here who has asked this question, I would like to further tell that one of our student recently, not one, two, three students, in fact, recently they have given those MPSC examinations after doing their B pharmacy, after completing their graduation, and they have joined into police, that is the army and the police and etc. These areas also they have joined. We recently have 2 to 3 students who have joined IPS etc. into these fields. Okay, so there are a lot of government options that are available now. Cracking of examination of these, like this MPSC UPSC examination, is quite easy after you do your B pharmacy. The reason being that is, a pharmacy graduate covers a lot many subjects during his tenure. He becomes an engineer also, because he does his pharmaceutical engineering as one of the subjects. He learns his biology, because he's doing anatomy and physiology, pharmacology. He learns about the Ayurvedic medicines. He learns about chemistry. He learns about physics and physical pharmacy, and so on and so forth. And MIT-WPU is known for guiding the students for MPSC and UPSC. Okay, so getting a government job after getting admitted into MIT-WPU is quite easier than through any other university. That's what I feel. Kuchekar sir, if you would like to join, because Kuchekar sir himself, who is the dean of a school of pharmacy, has worked in government college, government college Karad. He has served there for many years, and he is well known with this government things. So, Kuchekar sir, if you would
Yes,
like
sir.
to add.
Yes, yeah, yes, sir. So actually in government, say for example, two areas are there. Regulatory. In regulatory, as you said, DCGI is the highest post, Drug Controller General of India. And you have to start with the drug inspector and assistant commissioner, joint commissioner, and then DCGI. As well, there is also scope in government in academics. You can start with assistant professor, professor, then principal or dean, and the highest position is vice chancellor. So these are the highest position in government.
If I could just add to all the attendees today, you just heard Dr. Bhanudas Kuchekar. He's our dean of the School of Pharmacy, and he's been in the industry for a very, very long time. And I have to say, I'm not a pharmacy person myself, so I don't understand everything about it, but I know his books. He's written books, and his books are used for teaching in various other colleges, some of ours as well, of course. but in various other colleges. And I went with him and some of the other faculty to a particular program in a different college, a different university. And the principal of that college was touching his feet because of the books that was being used and the students and the faculty over there. So the kind of faculty we have here, what I'm trying to say is from Baheti sir to Vani sir, everybody's had, I mean, I think most of the faculty in pharmacy has been here for at least a decade, you know, or on average a decade, I would say. And that's saying something in itself. The teams work together. The students are very motivated in the School of Pharmacy, and this is me from a third-party point of view, being in the operation side of the university, saying this. And Dr. Kuchekar, of course, with his experience, and I can't even describe it again because I'm not from pharmacy, but his books are used. He's respected all over. I've been to a conference with him. I've been to another university with him. Wherever you go, everybody recognizes him, and the way he works with the students, bringing the students together on campus is absolutely beautiful. So Akshay sir, I know you wanted to say some parts of this, but I couldn't hold myself there.
Yeah, it's true.
Uh,
So one
All
of the
right.
most respectable dean is there in the, we call him Bhishma Pitamaha. Yeah.
Yeah, he's known that in the industry, yes.
All right, dear students, I hope you will appreciate that a lot. The fact that we have such esteemed faculty members who will be hand-holding you through this crucial journey that you will be taking once you do sign up for the Bachelor of Pharmacy program at MIT World Peace University. Of course, you could see that we are faculty and as well as we are known for our alumni who is well spread not just nationally but internationally, and we have just a great support system now over the last few decades with great connections to the industry. You can be rest assured that you will have 100% support with the placements in whichever sector it is that you want to venture after your degree. So dear students, keep, have your questions, keep asking your questions in the meantime, and we are trying to get to all of them. Mansi asks us, is mathematics there in the syllabus of the BPharm program?
Rajesh sir, would you like to answer or should I answer it?
Yes. Hello, Mansi. Maths is in first year. If suppose you are given maths, if you have maths in 12th, then you don't have to give maths in the first year. But if you have maths, then you and not biology, then you have to give biology. And if you have biology, then you have to give maths in the first year, right? So whatever the subject, whichever the subject you have skipped in the 12th, that subject you have to appear for exam in first year. We are conducting classes for that, so you don't have to worry about maths. A very simple like 10th, 11th maths is there. So not to worry about it. And if you have both the subjects, maths and biology in the 12th, then you don't have to appear for the maths or biology in the first year. Thank you.
Shall I add something to this?
Sure,
What?
sir.
Yeah. So now, Mansi, a very good question. Many students, there are two types of students. Put it in this way: one students who are afraid of maths and one student who like maths. Okay. Now I will tell something for the students who are afraid of maths. Okay, so they don't have to worry. Maths is, as sir said, it is just in the first year, right? And it is a remedial math subject. Okay, so remedial math subject is something whereby you have very few chapters and the examination is taken by the college itself. It is not taken by the university. Okay, so you don't have to worry about maths. So that is for the students who are worried of maths. And Mansi, if you're liking maths, then also there is a wide scope. The statistics, then the simulation models, the what you call that, everything, analysis, etc. That you can mold yourself into that field whereby you can use the knowledge of your maths and you can do wonders, right? You can go into that field whereby you can club maths and pharmacy. As I told you earlier, pharmacy is such a field that whatever you are good at, you can choose that line. Just for an example, you are good in chemistry, go into drug synthesis, etc. If you're good in mathematics, go into statistics, simulations, etc., chemometrics, etc. Then if you're good in your biology, go to pharmacology and human anatomy and physiology and so on and so forth. Okay, if you are good in physics, etc., and formulations, etc., go into pharmaceutics as a branch. So whatever you're good at in your 12th, pharmacy give you a scope to rise into that field. So that is the best part of pharmacy. So you don't, and whatever you are weak at, you can just pass those subjects and leave it aside, but you can concentrate more on whatever are your strong areas, right? I hope that satisfied the answer, her question.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much for that detailed response from both of you. Mansi, I think you heard them. The whole point is it really depends on your interest and your passion. And there is a lot of scope for you to really, really make this degree the degree that you want it to be. All right, our next question is from Preetham, and he's asking us, what is your opinion about the research centers?
Kuchika sir, would you like to answer? Hello, do we have Kuchika sir with us? Okay, so Baiti sir, are you there?
Yes,
Hello.
yes, I will
Yes.
answer for this.
Okay, sir, you answer.
Baiti sir, we aren't able to hear you. So let me answer this question. Fine.
Sir, hello.
Yeah, sir, we can hear you.
Question is, what is your opinion towards the research centers? What does it mean? What she wants exactly? So we have a research center which is approved by university. We conduct PhD programs also in pharmacy, and there are about 10 to 12 PhD guides in our School of Pharmacy. Is it sufficient, sir?
Sir, shall I add something over here?
Yeah, yes, why not?
It was, madam, can I know who asked this question?
This was Preetham. Preetham.
Yeah, Preetham, I'm very happy you asked this question, I'm very, very happy. The reason being is, why? Because nowadays, a lot of emphasis is given by the government, the industries, and everybody into research. Okay, so fantastic that you're thinking on those lines. Firstly, let me congratulate for that. And if you're really interested into research, then MIT-WPU School of Pharmacy is the best place to carry out research. I will tell you why. The first reason is we have the well-equipped labs. We have the best kind of equipment, the best kinds of chemicals, and the best staff to support your research acumen. That is the first thing. Secondly, after doing your B pharmacy, you can enter into M pharmacy in MIT-WPU School of Pharmacy only, where we have 3 branches. We have M-Pharm in pharmaceutics, pharmaceutical chemistry, and we have in pharmaceutical quality assurance. So these are the 3 branches which we have. We are going to come out with pharmacology and pharmacognosy as new branches. After doing your M pharmacy, you can further get admission into M-Pharm PhD. We have the guides for guides which are qualified for giving you the guidance in PhD also. Secondly, we have some labs which are very unique for research. Okay, 3 to 4 labs which are totally dedicated for research. We have one cancer research lab which is headed by none other than the great Khandare sir. Okay, I hope so. You are reading newspapers, etc. a lot. You must have read his articles. You must have read a lot about him. He is the only person who has brought a kit into the market with the support of the students of MIT School of Pharmacy. Okay, he has his own team which comprises of School of Pharmacy students, and he has come up with a cancer kit which can detect cancer in the most economical way and in the early stages. Okay, and he's been appreciated by everybody around the world. Okay, this just to give an example. So we have a cancer research lab, we have a research lab in formulation and development under pharmaceutics, we have a very good pilot plant, okay, which is known as a machine room, which is equivalent to the industry, okay. So from all the aspects, whether it is the equipment aspect, whether it is the faculty, whether it is the chemicals, whether it is the guidance, you will get a very proper, environment to carry out research work in MIT-WPU School of Pharmacy. Okay, so once again, I really congratulate you, for thinking on the
I,
lines of research, and we definitely require such students. India requires such students who think about research.
yeah, I
Thank
would
you very
add.
much.
Yeah, I would like to add one two sentences in that.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, please,
Hello.
please,
Yes,
please,
Yeah,
sir.
we do encourage students. We don't follow normal teaching learning. We encourage students from problem-based learning and project-based learning, whereby we encourage students to do some innovations in the practical labs. And I would like to inform you that some of our first and second year students, they have designed some equipment, and they have applied for design patent. So we motivate students from the first year itself to focus on the research, because research is one of the focus area for MIT-WPU. We want our students to be motivated in research side. Another that we also motivate students, because most of the students go for MS degree in USA, Canada, and UK. And so to write a SOP, they have to present at least mini project. I would like to mention that last year only one of our student, Mr. Chinmay, he has joined after BPharm directly PhD program in Nebraska University, where he has done a small project in a school of pharmacy on vitamin B12. On the basis of this project, on this research in the undergraduate, he got admission in PhD. So we do promote, and we have one of the best facility for research. Thank you.
I'd also like to give an example of today's scenario in the country with the COVID-19 problem going on. Before the lockdown, when the thing had just come up at our university and across the city, of course, that we live in, hand sanitizers were not easily found in the market. So we had one professor with a few students who got together in our pharmacy lab, and they made hand sanitizers for the entire university, and they distributed it across the university, and we were all in the university not buying from outside. We were going to the School of Pharmacy and they were giving us hand sanitizers. So
Yeah, absolutely.
live example of today's world of how our School of Pharmacy is very helpful to all of us.
Absolutely right.
absolutely. I think, students, there is absolutely no denying the crucial role that a bachelor's degree in pharmacy can play, especially with the in the marketplace, which is driving towards all kinds of innovation in the medical department, as well as opportunities which are sprouting and opening up in different avenues. We know how crucial these kinds of careers are. And I think those archaic times are over, thankfully, where once upon a time, all that students wanted to do was just engineering or just become a doctor. I think the smarter students know that there are many more interesting careers available in the different fields that are there. And certainly, if a bachelor's in pharmacy, if that is where your interest lies, you got to hear today firsthand from our esteemed faculty members as to how you can actually solidify and take the first step towards that field with our esteemed degree in the bachelor's in pharmacy from the School of Pharmacy at MIT World Peace University. All right, just a last few more questions. A lot of students, in fact, are asking about all kinds of research opportunities. And we have one student asking us, what are the kinds of jobs that the R&D department offers to students who are pursuing this program?
IT sir, are you there?
Yes, sir. You answer this question, sir.
Okay. Now, when it comes to research, there are a lot many avenues that are available. First is he can enter into formulation and development if he has done his. One thing I would like to tell the person who is asking this question, is that If you really want to enter into research and want to get good jobs into research, better he focuses himself after B Pharmacy to complete his M Pharmacy also, first thing, because then lot many opportunities get open. Okay, going ahead now, after doing his either bachelor's or what you call that master's, he can enter into formulation and development, right? Formulation development is nothing but, you know, whatever tablets come into market, whatever liquids comes into market, okay, those are being designed by this formulation and development people. Again, under formulations and development, there are many different batches. I won't go deep into it, because it will be difficult for these 12th standard students to understand it now. But yes, you have one area that is formulation and development. The second area is into crude drug, you know, crude drug standardization. Crude drug means, what I mean to say is this cinnamon, haldi, you know, then this lavang, these are all are crude drugs. And crude drug standardization is one of the areas which is, you know, the people are taking into. Drug synthesis, okay, is another area whereby newer and newer drugs are to be synthesized. Just let us take an example of this COVID-19. Now, we don't have any drug for COVID-19, right? Now, a new drug has to be developed, a new vaccine has to be developed. Who is going to develop this vaccine? Who is going to develop this drug for this COVID-19? It is the pharmacists, who are going to work hand in hand in order to develop a new drug that is known as drug synthesis, or a new vaccine for the and there are many. Now this is a disease which you know, has become very popular. That's why I could take the examples. There are newer and newer diseases that are coming every now and then, and for these diseases you require newer and newer drugs. There are old diseases also which are existing, okay, and for them also you require newer and newer drugs. Then you have something known as research, jobs into research into analytical, okay. Whatever drugs are being prepared, whatever formulations are being prepared, they have to be analyzed for that quality, okay. That all research, it comes under research analysis, okay. So these are few of. Regulatory is one of the areas, okay, whereby documents have to be prepared, etc., and these documents have to be submitted to the government officials so that you can get permission. There are there are clinical trials which are carried out, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4 clinical trials which have been carried out. There are animal studies which have been carried out. A lot of animal studies are carried out. So these all aspects come into research. Kochika sir, would you like to add something to this if I missed out on any point?
Yes, there is one more department, that is packaging. In packaging also there is a very good scope for research.
Yeah,
Pharma packaging.
absolutely sir.
That is unique one.
IT sir, would you like to add something?
Yeah, in cosmetic, have you covered cosmetic? In the
No, I have
cosmetic
not covered.
industry
Yeah,
also,
cosmetic I have not covered. Yeah.
yeah, so student can work in the cosmetic. Now there is a trend of herbal cosmetic. So a pharmacist undergraduate who has the knowledge of pharmacognosy, herbal drugs, he can complete his masters in the pharmacognosy of pharmaceutics, and then he can join cosmetic industry where he can develop a new cosmetic products, and that is really one of the important area where we can formulate and a new product can come in the market. Thank you.
Okay, great. Such detailed response and so much clarity, I think.
Hello.
Suchi, we lost you there, so I'll continue from where Suchi was. So this has really been brilliant. It's a little after 6 now, so we're a little over time. I would just like to thank everybody today here on the panel, Dr. Kuchekar, Dr. Paheti, Dr. Vani, for giving us such in-depth details on all the queries, really. So thank you very much. And to all the attendees, just a quick revamp. We will, you can see the phone numbers on screen. It's 020-7117-7104 and 7117-7105. Professor Vani, can I ask you to walk everybody through the rest of the details on the screen, please? I'll just have a quick chat with Suchi.
Yeah. So for you can visit our website at MIT-WPU.edu.in. Then for admissions, you can visit the website which are over there. That is MIT-WPU.edu.in. Admissions at MIT-WPU.edu.in. then you can contact us through WhatsApp. The number is 9881 492 848, and through you can connect us through Facebook on the MIT-WPU official page. You can connect us to Twitter. You can connect us to Instagram. Also, you can visit our channel, that is MIT-WPU. Sorry, MIT World Peace University. We have an official channel. You can visit us over there. Once the COVID thing is over, you are welcome to visit our college also, that School of Pharmacy. We would love to welcome you over there.
Yes,
And
thank
see
you
you
so
soon.
much, Professor Vani. Thank you so much. And everyone, if you could just wait for a minute more, we are just setting up a bit of a poll that we would want you to please type out. Okay. I'd also like to thank the counselors today who are here today to answer questions. All right. So in the meantime, I'd just like to tell you a little bit more about some of the extra things that we have within the pharmacy program on campus and actually throughout the university. We have from this year onwards an international immersion program also available for the pharmacy team. And this is an optional thing which you can opt for. And those details can be seen on our website as well as you join in. Dr. Vani, would you like to talk about some of the subjects that we teach in the peace studies or the total immersion?
Yeah, regarding the peace subject, we have divided the peace subject for B Pharmacy into 5 semesters. That is in semester 1, semester 2, semester 3, semester 5, and semester 7. Okay, in these semesters we have peace subject. Now these peace subjects, they what all we do into it. We study different biographies, okay, of the great leaders. Then we have dedicated staff for peace subject. Okay, so we study biographies. We do film appreciation, and not many. Even we have yoga in our campus every Thursday. We do have yoga because Dr. Vishwanath Karad, who is the founder president, he feels that along with the intelligent quotient, the spiritual quotient also, and the mental fitness is also very important. So the fitness of the
Absolutely.
body and mind goes hand in hand. So if your body is fit, your mind is fit. Okay, so that's why we have yoga program also.
Yeah. So in the words of Mahatma Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi used to say that if we are to teach real peace in the world, if you really want real peace in the world, then you have to teach it. And who else do you start with than with children? So of course, you are young adults, I would say, who are joining in for a graduate program. So peace studies is something which is a part of a curriculum which we put in every course across the university, be it graduation, post-graduation, anything. And we insist on a few hours every year. They have credits also. In this, because peace at different levels. There's peace of mind, which is at the individual level. There's what valuing differences. So there's peace of the interpersonal level. We're not talking about peace in the traditional sense of the word. We're talking about harmony as well. So there's concern for each other's well-being, which you can say is peace at the community level. There's also peace at the national level when you're committed to democratic ideals. There's also peace at the global level when you're talking about environmental to humanity protection, lots of different things. In this context, we have programs talking about philosophers, study of languages, peace and communications and human dynamics, yoga, of course, and we also have programs. This program also includes a biography study, like Sir mentioned, journal writing, film appreciation, group activities, etc. So apart from that, we also have a rural immersion. Correct, Dr. Vani?
Yes, absolutely.
So can you tell us about maybe, last year's rural immersion or one of the rural immersions that you might have gone to, or what the students experienced during that 1 week?
Yeah, we had gone to a village which is near to Mulshi, and the students of first year BPharm, they usually have this rural immersion program, and our students carried out very good activities, over there. Right, like they carried out the health awareness program, whereby they carried out the march. They had this, street plays, etc., where they carried out they told about the health awareness. Along with that, they had a camp like, checking of the blood samples, telling them about the hemoglobin. Then, if the hemoglobin was less, then what are the drugs or what are the medicines they advocate, that is the iron supplements, etc. Then they also took their weight, they took their height, and they guided them, that how they can maintain their good health, etc. And it was really fun. They stayed over there for 7 to near about 7 days, and the students themselves were so happy. Then the what you call that, the villagers were so happy, and
And
along with that.
sometimes projects and maybe even entrepreneurship ideas come out from it. So
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And one more thing that happened, was just to tell you that this year the second year BPharm the first year BPharm students had gone to second year, and the first year BPharm students were going. So many of the second year BPharm students themselves wanted to go along with the first year BPharm students to the villages and again meet them, etc. That kind of love and belongingness the students develop with these villages, after this rural immersion program. uh,
yeah,
there is a saying that gawa kade chala, this kind of a saying is there in Marathi. But so that is, go to the villages, what you call
yeah.
Mahatma Gandhi used to say, go to the villages. Okay, so we are actually making it possible that we are going to the villages. Okay, and it is really fun, to, the whole experience.
It's not just
Okay.
fun, it's actually a lot of learning as well. I think we have Suchi
Yeah,
back now.
it is
So,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
please.
thank you.
Brilliant. Apologies there. I think I had a few tech glitches, but dear students, you heard in such detail as to the great opportunities that we have with the BPharm program. We are completely out of time for today's webinar, so we will catch you all very soon. I am going to shoot in a quick student poll right now, and I request all of you, dear students, to please share your feedback with us if this webinar was helpful for you, so that we can further streamline our set of webinars even more with relevant information for all of you. And once again, dear students, you can see the WhatsApp number that is there on screen, 9881 Please save that number. That's 9881 And of course, once this webinar is over, you can get in touch with us on that number on WhatsApp and shoot in further questions and queries if you have them. I ask you to please go on to admissions.mit-wpu.edu.in, select the Bachelor in Pharmacy program if that is your interest, and send in your applications to us so that we can further get in touch with you and help you overcome the entire admissions process seamlessly. I hope you enjoyed this webinar, and I hope this was very informative and valuable for you. And we'll catch you again very, very soon. Please stay home, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Thank you so much.